Something major is happening in the UK car insurance world as we move toward 2026, and hardly anyone is talking about it. A growing list of cars is quietly sliding into the "don't even bother trying to insure it" category. Companies aren't openly announcing this, of course. What they are doing is declining policies, jacking premiums up to absurd levels, or burying drivers in exclusions so extreme the cover might as well not exist. I've spent weeks speaking with brokers and underwriters from London and other cities. What they've revealed is honestly alarming. If your vehicle happens to be on this list, your 2026 renewal could be the most painful letter you get all year. The UK insurance landscape is shifting faster than most drivers realize. A perfect storm of post-Brexit rules, skyrocketing repair costs, and eye-watering claim statistics has insurers pushing certain models off their books entirely. And no, we're not talking about heavily modified track toys. These are everyday family cars and respected premium models that were considered safe, sensible buys not too long ago. I managed to get hold of internal industry data pinpointing which vehicles are turning into either financial black holes to insure or, in some cases, completely untouchable. The causes differ. Some models cost more to fix than they're worth. Others are stolen so frequently they're practically getaway cars on wheels. And a few have safety records that make insurers run the other direction. I've put together a ranking of 3 cars, starting with the ones causing headaches and ending with the one that has become almost impossible to insure for 2026. And trust me, the top spot is a shocker because it's a model many British families proudly park on their driveways. Starting off at number 3, Tesla Model S, 2012 to 2016. The early Tesla Model S, and this one, is a full-blown insurance disaster. If you own a Model S built between 2012 and 2016, you've probably already noticed what insurers have known for years. These cars are becoming almost impossible to cover. Not because they're exotic, not because they're dangerous, but because the repair ecosystem around them is an absolute financial minefield. Let's start with the big problem: repair costs. The Model S has become infamous within UK insurance circles. Tesla controls every step of the repair chain, every part, every sensor, every panel, every calibration. Nothing is aftermarket. Nothing is cheap. Even a gentle tap to the rear bumper can mean an £8,000 repair bill because the sensors, wiring looms, and calibration process all require Tesla-authorized shops. And there aren't many, just a dozen authorized facilities in the whole country. Local garages can't touch the aluminum body, and insurers know it. But that's only the beginning. The truly destructive issue for insurers lies inside the car. Early powertrain failures. The 2012 to 2016 models have some of the worst reliability stats Tesla has ever produced. Drive units on early cars often fail around 60,000 miles. Battery packs on these first-gen models can lose around 40% of their capacity by year 10. A replacement battery? Usually £18,000 to £22,000. A drive unit? £12,000 each. And remember, the Model S uses 2. Insurance companies have seen the same internal reliability data Tesla uses, and the numbers are brutal. More than 40% of early Model S vehicles have required major powertrain replacements at some point. Once insurers saw that, the decision was simple: stop covering them. As of 2026, most major insurers in Britain want nothing to do with pre-2017 Model S models. Aviva, Admiral, Direct Line, they've all quietly moved these cars onto their decline lists. A handful of specialist insurers will still write policies, but only with extreme conditions: £3,500 to £5,000 premiums, and huge exclusions. Drive unit? Not covered. Battery degradation? Not covered. The most expensive failures, essentially the whole car, are excluded outright. For owners, renewal season is a nightmare. Your once premium EV has aged its way into serious trouble. Maybe your range has slipped from around 270 miles to just 160. Then your renewal quote arrives, £4,200 per year for comprehensive cover that excludes the very components most likely to fail. Some insurers don't even bother, just a flat refusal. Selling the car doesn't solve anything either. Buyers know the early Model F has a reputation for eye-watering repair bills and powertrain issues, so second-hand values have crashed. What was once a £70,000 luxury electric pioneer has become a £15,000 liability that neither insurers nor used car buyers want to touch. This isn't just an insurance problem. It's a perfect storm. Early Tesla reliability issues meeting an insurance industry that simply won't shoulder the risk anymore. In terms of uninsurable vehicles, the early Model S is about as bad as it gets. Number 2. Mercedes-Benz EQC, 2019 to 2023. The Mercedes-Benz EQC, the premium EV insurers now dread. When Mercedes launched the EQC, it was supposed to be a flagship electric SUV, luxurious, high-tech, and a statement in the premium EV market. Fast forward to 2026, and it has become an insurance nightmare for both drivers and underwriters in the UK. The first shock comes from depreciation. These cars were priced between £65,000 and £75,000 new. But 5-year-old examples are now trading for barely £18,000 to £22,000. That's a collapse of nearly 70%. Worse than the early Jaguar I-Pace, worse than most Teslas, and far steeper than BMW or Audi EVs. Insurers are suddenly asked to cover vehicles worth £20,000, while repair bills routinely exceed £30,000. A scenario that leaves underwriters reeling. Repair costs alone are staggering. A minor front-end bump that affects the bumper, headlights, and sensors can easily top £10,000, thanks to the EQC's adaptive LED units costing over £4,500 each. Damage to the battery's undertray is even more brutal, triggering automatic safety protocols that force a full replacement, costing £15,000 to £18,000. Even seemingly cosmetic work, paint, sensors, aluminium panels, requires Mercedes-certified workshops, adding thousands more. Reliability issues only compound the problem. Owners report widespread failures across multiple systems. High-voltage battery cooling failures at £8,000 per repair. Drive unit replacements costing £10,000 to £12,000. Onboard charger problems at £2,500 to £3,000. 12-volt battery replacements every 24 months. Software glitches that immobilize the car until modules are reset at £300 a session. Faced with this data, most insurers have simply walked away. Churchill, LV, Privilege, More Than, and nearly every major UK provider no longer offer comprehensive cover on the EQC. A handful of niche insurers will still write policies, but premiums are eye-watering. £3,800 to £4,500 per year, with £2,000 to £2,500 excesses and exclusions for battery degradation. The EQC's resale market is equally bleak. These vehicles linger on AutoTrader for 5 to 6 months, and dealers refuse trade-ins unless heavily discounted. A £70,000 Mercedes has effectively turned into a car with the resale profile of a decade-old hatchback, but with running and repair costs magnitudes higher. Looking ahead to 2026, owners face a harsh reality. Your car may be worth £20,000, but insurance quotes come back at £4,200 with crucial exclusions. Try to switch providers, and many will simply refuse. Selling is equally fraught because buyers are fully aware of the EQC's catastrophic reputation. The result? You're trapped in a depreciating luxury EV that the insurance market no longer wants to touch. From a premium electric flagship to Britain's most uninsurable high-end EV, the EQC has gone from symbol of the future to a financial liability drivers can barely insure. Number 1. The Range Rover Evoque. The Range Rover Evoque, once a status symbol, now one of the hardest vehicles to insure anywhere in the UK. The Evoque's insurance meltdown has nothing to do with poor driving or reliability. Its downfall is something far simpler and far more expensive: theft. The Evoque has become the poster child for modern car crime, and insurers have reached their breaking point. Across Britain, organized theft rings have turned the Evoque into their favorite target. Its keyless entry system is notoriously vulnerable to relay attacks, allowing thieves to snatch them in seconds without even touching the key. In London alone, more than 2,000 Evoques vanished in 2024, and barely 15% ever resurfaced. Last year, payouts for Evoque thefts topped £80 million, and insurers have had enough. But theft is only half the story. When Evoques aren't being stolen, they're generating shocking repair bills. A simple scrape on the front end can trigger an £8,000 repair because of tightly packed sensors and aluminium bodywork. The panoramic roof? Around £4,500 to replace. And if water finds its way into the electrics, which happens more often than owners expect, the bill can jump to £6,000 just to replace damaged control modules. So insurers are backing away fast. Admiral, Aviva, and Direct Line have stopped taking on new Evoque policies in many major cities. Existing customers are being hit with renewal hikes that feel like punishment. Premiums that were £1,200 a year jump to £3,000 or more, especially in London. A few niche insurers still offer cover, but with strings attached. No parking on the street, mandatory trackers, excesses of £2,500 plus, and long lists of exclusions. For owners, it's turning into a financial trap. Selling the car is difficult because buyers know about the insurance crisis. Keeping it is just as painful because the premiums are spiraling beyond what most people can justify. Some owners have spent nearly £800 on extra security, wheel clamps, steering locks, trackers, only to have insurers refuse coverage anyway or return quotes over £4,500. The harsh truth heading into 2026: if you own a Range Rover Evoque in any large UK city, securing insurance at any price is becoming close to impossible. In just a few years, the Evoque has gone from a desirable luxury SUV to a liability the insurance industry wants nothing to do with. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, feel free to give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone who might benefit. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss future uploads. Thanks again for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.